Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back. We have Lohitanga Iron Mine 4 research outpost. And it says that ever since we put the last Indian iron mine back to work, we've noted a significant increase in tremors. After studying Lohitanga's blueprints, we've found a way to reduce the cost of our own mines without compromising quality. We owe a great deal to the Lohitanga mission for this insight. We're preparing to leave the mine under the care of worker drones. This experience has given us a lot to think about, especially as our mission presses forward. All right, so that other research post has been researched enough, at least to, prompt the story behind it. Is this? Crap, I did it again. No, I didn't do it again. Right? I just simply thought that this was hooked up to. I thought that this was hooked up to the road and stuff. So we'll do one mine here, then we'll do.
Tremors? I doubt the Lohitanga mission took care to complete a study on the environmental impact of building these mines. I should alert the research team to be careful in their explorations.
And we'll just put another one, like, I don't know, over here somewhere. There, okay. So, I've been dropping worker hubs. I don't know when they're going to be done building, but I dropped like 50 of them. So we'll see what happens. Because I just need more workers. And I think there's not a whole lot I can do for the flooded areas just because I want to be thin there. I'm going to have to deconstruct all those buildings as time goes on. I need this to be done actually fast. Because this aerological scanner is going to be responsible for showing me where this water is over here. But I'm gonna have to tear things down, so I'm trying not to put all my worker hubs like in the flooded areas, kind of keeping them in this, and maybe even down in here. We've done no scanning in this area at all. Like, well, okay, like it's starting, but they're so far away from this that I almost feel like I need to move this. Like right now it takes 16 souls. But I have the resources, so why don't we just create more? Instead of tearing them down, why don't we just make more? Like we go, there says no power here. There's power here, so we can put you right here. There's one. And then we put another one down here. Let's say we'll build one there. Right, almost there. And then we can build another one maybe on this side. Yeah, this is no maintenance, but it's okay. There. And then maybe another one can kind of go like here. All right, and then we'll take the power of the thermal plant right here, right? And we'll pop that right there. And then build worker hubs. So I need a whole bunch of them. So 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we'll put another one over here. 4. Actually, be careful, because... Nope, there's no resources there. Boom, and boom. And again, I'm building a whole bunch, not because I need to, because I want more workers, okay? That's the only reason. I want this number, this number on this side of the slash to go up so I can move more things at once. Ooh, tell me that you're not... I want an opportunity to, like, have 2 domes right next to each other. Then I can pretend that there's, like, some sort of underground tunnel between them. Oh, I hope so. Irregular terrain. Please tell me you're not in a flood zone. If I was to put a crater dome here. Blocks resource. It does? It does? Wait, does that dome need to be like... Oh, interesting. You gotta have like a lot of space around you. This doesn't block the resource. It's just outside. Requires habitable crater. Wrong resource. Huh. This one's fine. It's just outside that. I like it. I'm not going to do it there, but just trying to get a feel for where they're allowing me to do it. It looks like this blocks resource. So I guess we'll need to wait until the chemical plant is done. Or it just means... No, never mind. I was going to say it just means we haven't scanned this yet. But if that was the case... I don't think we would even know there's a resource there that we're blocking, you know? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right. Is my aerological scanner ready? Yep, there it is. Okay, so we're going to hopefully get this stuff scanned even faster now. It should take very little time to do. 2, 1. I guess we'll try 16 times speed. I'm getting real performance issues with 16 times, so I'm kind of hanging out in the 8 times range. 8 times has been a very pleasurable experience. But we'll let this go 16x. It looks like it's kind of working okay right now. Maybe I just needed to reboot my computer. This is a different setting. I've rebooted my system, so maybe that's all I needed to do. And then if we take a look at the military overlay, we've got... this is our new dome. I've moved a big chunk of our army to be real close to the crater dome, so we're protecting as many colonists as we can, right? I feel like that was the responsible thing to do. Look at all these mines. Erase it. Chemical plant, erase it. Chemical plant, erase it. Another chemical plant with 2502. Upgrade this. Wow. I wish the deposits, honestly, I really wish these deposits had more in them. I just don't feel like these facilities last nearly long enough. But, I mean, that's just more like that's just like my opinion, man. You know? It's just like, aw, he wants his mines to give him more stuff. Yeah, I do. I think I do. I want them to give me more things. Maybe we extract slower, but we have a lot more to extract. That might be a good way to balance it. I just wish they wouldn't be depleted so fast. All right, this is the big thing I want. Fusion plant. 600 megawatts. I think this actually used to give more. They rebalanced it. But I think, I might be wrong on that, but I think this used to give more. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I want that. That's a great big power source. The hope is, because our max building limit is apparently 1550 now, very interesting that they definitely changed these numbers. The max building and structures and stuff definitely changed from what it used to be. Any place I could put a thermal plant here? Aw, lame. But the reason I say that they definitely changed it is because when I got the patch, you guys saw it, I was recording videos with this. I had 700 structures, and all of a sudden my limit was 650. And I liked it better when it was like nice even numbers. And I don't know why they decided to change it to where it's 1550 now. I mean, technically that's an even number, but you know what I mean. Like 2000 would have been a really good limit. And then, like, we're not even close to covering the rest of this planet. Like, this isn't even remotely close to covering half of the surface. And I'm already way over half, you know. Well, I guess I'm not way over half now. It went up, so. But I'm like half of the building limit, you know. I just wish it was higher. Like, I don't see why you're limiting my buildings. Is it a performance thing? Like, you know, the game will be cruddy if you let me do 2000. So now we're bringing it down to 1550 because that makes sense. I mean, I totally I can get behind that reason. But, like, aside from that reason, I just don't see why I would be limited to that. There's no... I mean, every building I consume, right? Every building I produce, sorry, or that I put down, I'm consuming resources that are generated on the surface of Mars. Like, it's not like I'm taking more money away from the program.
Governments funded the early stages of Martian exploration by contracting projects out to commercial parties.
Uh-huh.
These Lohitonga iron mines extracted resources to supply future missions. However, that meant Lohitonga's success was dependent on other nations. And when no Mars colonies were established in time to use the mines, the mission ended in failure. That ended India's space program for good.
Aww. For good? Well, I mean, they made it to where China... learning Chinese was, like, forbidden or something, so... Like, that's kind of weird, but alright. There. Okay, I'm dropping a bunch of drone hubs, as you can see. I just want more workers. Please make more workers. And then, these factories. You know what? This is a level 2. Let's upgrade it. Really? You haven't been upgraded yet. Oh, no wonder we're not keeping up. Let's get these done. There we go. Push that up to level 3, baby. Right there. Upgrade this one, too. You know, we got all the storage and stuff near all these buildings. There's no excuse. Actually, a pretty expensive upgrade. We're down to less than 100 electronics left. So I guess it's time to upgrade our electronics production as well, isn't it? Parts has been steadily dropping a little. Oh, wait, not parts. Polymers. Nope. What was it? It was dropping on me, damn it. I guess it's not dropping anymore. I can't see it. Something was dropping on me before. Clearly not parts. We have 1,200 of those. Where are my electronics? Right here. Upgrade this. Prioritize. Upgrade this. Prioritize. And let's get more electronics being produced. Probably should start locally sourcing them too. That part of my logistics is really bad. Most of my premium materials, I'll call them, parts and electronics and food even, is all produced in one spot. But if I was to spread that out, it'd be produced in other places. Granted, food makes sense because all my colonies are right here too. But sourcing electronics and parts and things like that, I think things would get built faster if I was sourcing them more local. And then also that would free up worker time towards some of the other things too. So I'm thinking, I mean, it kind of depends on the resources I have available. How do I keep forgetting to do this? Okay, well, to me, in my defense, the thermal plant was there. Oh, this electronics factory is on top of water. Oh, how much water is here? Can't even click it. Nope. Can't click it at all. In any case, you need to go, sir, madam, whatever the gender preference is for a building. You need to go. And I'm not going to bring you as a level 3. I think that's a bit overboard. We'll make you a level 2, and we're going to put you right here instead. Right. Now, you know what? We're going to make sure that we can do the water first. I mean, I guess I was making electronics in this area. It's not that bad. I do think, though, that it might be better, since we're making stuff in this area, to put a Hyperloop station, like, right here, too. Right? Because it's not that far away, but it's still pretty far. 485 gross. It's not that much. I'm going to go level 2 on this. Because I can. There, and then we'll do the electronics factory, level 2. Like right there. And then I think so. I think we should have a Hyperloop station here. Just like a little, you know, a little deviation. Might have been a good idea. One thing I wish you could do is you could add a station in the middle of a line. So if I wanted to take station here to here, you can see it's 13 and 14. I could say I want to add one here, and then it would just simply add it. But now I can't do that. It's gonna like require me to put it. It's basically too close to too close to another Hyperloop, right? So it gets rid of that path. See that those red hash marks? Like I won't be able to make the station there. So I have to like go off the side, which is kind of I don't like it, but I guess it's maybe we put it down here instead. There's a lot of resources down here. Maybe we just put it down here instead. That kind of defeats the purpose of what I was going for, though. We'll do both. We'll go one there, and then we'll also put one, I think, down here near all these resources too. At some point, we'll probably do that. There's not that much. Like, there's not that much down there. I really want to prioritize water above everything else, but if I can't have water prioritized, then probably iron right now. Yeah, because I need to make steel and then make electronics, and then there's a lot of stuff over here too. Is this a block sector? Okay, so we can put one of those Hyperloops over here now and get all of these resources hooked up to the grid too. Not bad. Let's do that. It's a flood zone though. I don't want a flood zone. We'll put it where it's not a flood zone. How about right here? This is close enough, right? This will do. Hook that up, and then this Hyperloop will connect to here. So if we're gonna start a new colony down here without the landing site, I guess I could just drop a landing site here. It's a little bit weird, but there are 2 points down here to get, and it's the fastest way to do it is to drop a landing site. It doesn't take that much to drop a landing site, I know. Plus, when you make a landing site, right, we also will see water next to it. So I guess we'll drop this, right? Let's drop it in a place where there's no resources already, and then we'll just create resources out of thin air. So we'll go in the Dolphus crater here, and we'll get resources kind of spawning next to us, like right, let's say here. Yeah. All right, so we'll spawn resources. Ta-da! And here's some water. Good. That's one way you can exploit the game that way. We want to start with aluminum mines, of course. So let's go ahead and just drop that, level 1. And then once you're done with that one, we'll come over and get the silicon mine.
The most valuable ores are concentrated around Mars's volcanoes, lava flows, and impact craters.
And then we want the iron.
I can better plan my expansion if I scan more areas.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, I want you to scan more sectors. How's that sound? You should do that instead. All right, these are the basics. All right, aluminum, silicon, and iron. And then once you get the iron done, we will make the steel factory right there. This will be fine right here. Of course, there's no maintenance facilities yet, but that's okay. So, iron mine first, please. I know you really wanted to make the steel factory, but I'm going to tell you no. Actually, I think glass kiln next. Here. Yeah, glass kiln first, so that we can make the glass necessary for the solar panel that we'll have to drop. Unless, of course, well, I bet you thermal plant is out of the question. You know, resource-wise, it's not that bad. There's just no place to put it. And look, it can only be connected to one grid, right? You can only power either that landing site or this one. You can't connect them together. You can't have, like, the power sources combined. It sucks. I don't like that. Wish you could. I understand why you can't. I just wish that you would do it anyway. You can't always get what you want. How about we expand this way to get the water? Yeah, we'll go over. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm not using too many resources, though. So glass kiln just needs a little bit more aluminum. Looks like the iron mine's going to be built first. It's fine with me. And then we'll glass kiln should be the very next thing that gets done. It's not, though. They're delivering it to the steel factory first. Why? Not only that, you delivered too many, but why? This is the priority, not this. Why would you do that, game? Why you do this? Stop it. Glass kiln. Make this first. Why, game? It's like you gave 4 out of 3 instead of doing the extra one here. You suck. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. And now you refuse to build the glass kiln. Is this bugged? You have it in storage. Just bring it here, you dumb little... Like, what are you doing? All right, there we go. Good. Excellent. Yeah, fill up the container. Very nice. Fill it right up there. Good. 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 All right. Next is the steel factory, yes. And then from there, we want the solar panels done. Maybe the solar panel first. It only needs 1 glass. This needs iron. Yeah, we need this to power on the grid. Oh, are you not connected? You're not connected to power at all. Never mind. Yeah, you're out of range. All right, well, I don't know what's over here. I haven't properly scanned it. Yes, I have. Okay. There might be some stuff over here, though. Is there any way I can get that in range and also cover all over here? This looks like it'll work. Yeah. We'll do it here instead. Let's get that prioritized. And then we'll have level 1 chemicals can drop here. But then I need hubs. So a hub will go here and here. No, we don't need hubs. Not yet, because there's no workers or anything here. So, yeah. Get our level 1 electronics going here. We'll get our parts factory level 1 here. We'll be fine. And you know what? Chemicals don't need built yet. Let's just hold off on that. Carbon is going to be something we're going to want to get pretty soon. So we'll drop that one too. But next is definitely steel. Yeah, as soon as the iron mine's doing its thing. Okay. And then we can start working our way towards, towards these 2 sites. That's the reason why I dropped it down here in the first place. It's really easy to reach it if you just do it from one of these points. So we'll get 1 path going there. And then we'll bring it out that way to here. And then we'll bring it out this way to here. And we'll bring it out this way. Wait, there was 2 sites. I only see 1. Oh, it's just way for... Wait, oh, I'm past it. Okay, good. We're out where we need to be then. Colonies, research. Yeah, 1, 2. Very nice. Hook it up to power. If I ever get it in here, this ought to be fine. Actually, 1 source. I think 1 source takes care of everything. I think that'll take care of it all. And then for the maintenance, we can get most things covered. We got some water up there we want to try and get soon. I guess we'll have to cover 2 sources here. Or we'll have to have 2 maintenance facilities here. Wow, if I could just get that water with this, that'd be cool. Is there anywhere this works? You know what? We'll make it work. We'll put you here. And then we'll extend the other one and we'll be over here and then we'll get these 2. MMN's base research outpost. We arrived at MMN's base late, so we started the repairs the next day. The base is in good shape, so it didn't take a lot of work. I can't imagine the communication problems that the previous missions to Mars must have suffered before the Oxy-UN was created. So many different languages and cultures trying to agree with each other. It must have been chaos. Things have changed a lot since then. Our current team's made up of citizens from 20 Oxy-UN states, and we get along fantastic. These are certainly better times. Fair enough. All right, cool. So I'm going to let this go a little bit longer. We're way under 400 now on the amount of liquid water in equivalent meters, right? Like, we are seeing water recede big time here. And we are getting ever so close. I'm coming, Curiosity. I'm coming, buddy. We're going to get you. Just give me a little more time. I just need more time. I'm not seeing water yet. We're not quite to that region yet, but like we're all like, come on. Right here. I'm going to put a scanner right here. Show me water. I'm putting a scanner down right here. Worker hub to connect it. Give me power out in the vast wasteland of this floodable area. Actually, you know what? We'll put it way out here. Well, I don't want to cover a spot that needs... Yeah, we'll put it right here next to this. That should do it. I think. Yeah. That should do it. I can't see, but I assume that that will do it. Okay. That'll help us scan this faster. So hopefully there's water here, and we'll just start exploiting the hell out of that before we flood the whole place. This game takes a while. I know there's a lot of people that have said, I already did this. Which is like, that's cool, dude. I mean, you know, yeah, if you want to have a dick measuring contest, you know, get at me, bro. But if you have finished the game and you haven't tried to try hard it, what did you think of it? Like, give me your thoughts about like, what do you think about the game, and like, how could you improve it? Because there's a lot of ideas I have that could improve the pacing of it, but at the same time, like, you have to understand that this is colonizing. This is terraforming a planet, is what I meant to say. When you're terraforming a planet, it's going to be slow. It's just not something that's just going to be fast, right? I think most people who play the game know that. I'm hoping. I mean, I know the reviews for the game have been mixed, which actually surprised me quite a bit. But I think a lot of that has to do with the UI. I praised the UI's ability to present information to you at a moment's notice, and I still think the information presentation in this is spot on. I think it's really good. There's definitely some places where it could be more effective, like with the structures tab, and you know, give me a search bar for it, for example. Let me rename buildings. I think another thing that would really help the game a lot, especially when you get to big colonies like this one, is to allow us, kind of like City Skylines does, allow us to name sectors, you know? Like, for example, this would be main. This is my main area, and I would make like a big circle around this area right here. And then I would have it down here above this bar. It'd be a nice little like shortcut menu where I could have my main area. And if I click this, it just immediately snaps to that area. So if I'm busy working on something over here, and it's like, there's all sorts of geothermal over here, which is really great. We're working on research sites, we're doing things, and I'm like, you know what? I might want to snap back over here later. Just draw a box, name it, pops down here. Then I can just go over here, do my other things, do the things I want to do, yada, yada, yada. And then like, I'm going to go check on that area. Click this, boom, off it goes, and shows me exactly what's happening over here. And it would be a really great way for me to get my camera around where I want it to be. Plus, if I'm building something and it's like, oh shoot, where was that thing? Oh, I don't know where that thing is. Then that's a great way to mark it, right? If you want to come back to it later, you can mark your own sectors, right? It's not, maybe don't call it a sector. Maybe call it like a, I don't know, zone or something. Give it a different verbiage so that it's, I'm pretty sure you have resources left. I think you're just not working because you're in the middle of an upgrade process. But you know what I mean, though? Like, convenience features are lacking in this game. And I think that's one of the reasons why it got the mixed reviews. It's because it's almost like the information presentation was really focused on. They did a good job of focusing on that. But then they sort of just, I don't know, I don't want to say they sat on their hands for it, but maybe they didn't pay attention to the user experience as much, right? In what it means to actually play the game, not just the information given to the player, but what it means to actually play the game for long periods of time. And it's impossible to do that as a game developer. It's impossible to get every facet of what would be a thing, right? Or like, not this. I don't want this. I want the parts factory up. It's impossible to, you know, present it and create a game where it's going to cater to every single possible combination of player. Right? No player is going to be 100% represented exactly what they want, right? But that's the reason for like pre-release and playtesting and, you know, betas and early access and all these other verbiages and terms that you hear. That's the reason for those is to make the games better based on player feedback. And these are the types of feedback I think that the game really needs. How to make the user experience better, right? You hear the term UX sometimes. How do we make the experience of playing the game better? And shortcuts for things that matter most. All right, I'm looking around for certain things. I want to go to certain areas. Greenhouse gas factories. Let me hotkey a specific kind of building. Even let me pin it. I've got a lot of areas to go through here. Right, lots of things. I got lots of room. You know, just like KSP has like a part or something that I can pin and I can put the window up here or whatever. There's a lot of games that are like that too. So I can take a look, for example, like my greenhouse gases, maybe my temperature, maybe my oxygen. Here's a good example, oxygen. I hit this button, nothing happens. Like clicking this does nothing. Why not? These two do. I can see pressure buildup. I guess this is maybe where that interface is designed for, right? We do here. And these are just doing nothing. So what about this? Let's go along with this one, right? I click this. I get to see my millibar pressures and stuff, and I get to see how that breaks down. And in a later game, this is probably really important because you really want that balance, right? You don't want to get to like 45% oxygen. You don't want to do that. So you can see the percentages and how they break down, and that's great. But like, why not give me my oxygen producing buildings in an easy to see way? Like, where's my how do I get my oxygen producing buildings right now? If I want to influence them, maybe I want to turn them on. Maybe I'm like, let's turn my oxygen on right now. How do I do that quickly? I have to find them. Search the map and find them, and then activate them one at a time. Or I have to go into this long structures menu that takes a long time to load, that doesn't have a search bar, that has no other way of organizing it other than alphabetical. Still loading. You know what I mean? Almost. You're right there. I feel it. I got faith in you, little bar. Oh, almost. There we go. Now it's on. You know, and actually not all the colonies are prioritized, right? It'd be nice to organize these by other things like priority. Which buildings are completely prioritized and which ones aren't. I would love to know that. You know, that'd be really nice things to know. Electronics factories. We're finally doing really well on electronics now, though. Now that the factories are upgraded. Are all the factories upgraded? We'll eventually get there. Whoop, passed it. E. All right, so these ones can be upgraded. We'll upgrade all of these. Let's pump that up. I want electronics to be like parts. So there's some areas that I think the game could really use some improvements, and I would love your feedback in the comments if you can find ways of improving the game. I don't know if developers still watch this series. I know a couple of them maybe checked in on it at some point when we were in pre-release, as they often do when they hand keys to people early before release. But
clean and sustainable energy. We will demonstrate on Mars what Earth should have been doing all along.
Yep. So it's one of those things where I don't know if they're still watching, but if they are, your feedback could be helpful. And I wish that more people on Steam reviews would take that opportunity to help improve games. I mean, you already purchased the game. Unless you've refunded it, you should care how it develops, right? Unless you've already gotten rid of it. In which case, whatever, you criticize the game and that's the way it is. But if you haven't gotten rid of it yet, you really could take that opportunity to help people improve their game instead. Come on. Aluminum, carbon, silicon. You're not a carbon source, are you? I thought for sure this was water. This is definitely water. Yeah, definitely not carbon. That's carbon. What is this? It looks like it's blue, though. It's a different color. Well, I guess it's not. Yeah, that is the dark blue, I guess. Yeah, all right. I love how the water is receding, though. 308 now. Come on, little buddy. We're gonna get you. You know what I should do? I should let this play on until curiosity's uncovered. We should have this be the finale of this video, is us starting to research curiosity. I should. We're at 3,300 colonists right now for our population. We got lots of mines to delete. Well, not necessarily a lot of them to delete. We're out of power on some of these. Or the power is out of range. Again. Right here. We'll cover this with power. That sounds good. Look at all of this. We got to get power to these two. This aerological scanner doesn't even have power. I'm great at this game. I'm so good. Aren't I good? Aren't I really good at this? Man, I'm so good at this. I could play this professionally. This should be an esport. My build order is top tier, okay? S tier. For shit. Shit tier. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep it playing it. Unless she says something, then I'll bring you into that. But, or says something meaningful, I guess. If she starts talking about stage 5, then I don't know. But we've got, these research posts are gonna start getting people moving to them. And it would be cool to, yeah, to start getting, resources delivered on these two as well. So I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Actually, it's like instantaneous for you, isn't it? Yeah. This isn't a live stream. Check me out on Twitch, by the way. We're streaming... Well, actually, I don't know what we're streaming when this goes live. Most likely Cyberpunk. Because, I mean, we've been waiting forever for that game. So I've been streaming Cyberpunk on... at this point, I have been streaming Cyberpunk on Twitch. And it's been great. So check me out there. Link in the description. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we're not quite at the whole curiosity is above water thing yet, but the Mars 6 lander expedition has completed. And it says, at the beginning of the robotic exploration era of Mars, Russia led the space race. Even though the technology on Mars 6 was from 1970s, it is a beautiful sight to behold. Mars 6 transmitted atmospheric readings for 224 seconds during its descent, but lost contact prior to landing. It's a very specific amount of time. So a little, oh, here we go. Arcadia Weather Station Research Outpost. We got a couple of outposts coming at the same time here. It says it would be inaccurate to say that our ATV got us here. The winds were so strong that we were basically blown into the station. People on Earth are lucky that they don't get Mars's massive dust storms there. When one of those suckers hit, you can't go anywhere, as if being stuck with a tiny colony wasn't bad enough. And if you're lucky enough to be in the middle of field research, the wind blows away all your samples. It's madness. Meteorologists' insight there into the weather. That's all they have to say is about the weather, not about anything else. So these two research outposts have been busy at work. Now we got those down laid in. So I've got maintenance going in. There's a lot of things that are in progress. Okay, maintenance facilities and stuff is one. So let's take a look at the power grid really quick. I just want to see if there's anything that doesn't have power. Because I've been laying in a lot of stuff, and it's just like there's this systematic way of doing it that I haven't completed yet. We're seeing lots of water up here, guys. Lots of water up here. Okay, and it's not just... Get rid of the power grid for a second. Can I not? No, go away, power grid. There we go. So I got 661 here, 900 water there, 1993 water there, 866 water there, and then my water extractor right here is going down. And I couldn't quite get this before, but it looks like it might be cleared up enough to lay that in now. Beautiful. And then over here, I want to also lay this in. So we're going to get a boatload of water, and that's going to be great for food production and everything. But I'm also putting in a Hyperloop here. I actually already have. And we're going to connect this Hyperloop to... Actually, I don't think I can connect it to any of these stations. We're going to connect it to this one. So once these two are built, we're going to connect it here. So we're working on our little narrow path up this way. This doesn't have any power, so I should probably give it power. But eventually, this, of course, all this stuff gets broken down anyway. So power will go right next to this hub. I need to make sure that the Hyperloop area is covered with power. Here we go. And probably... I don't know if that covers both. I don't think there's a way to cover both. Right about there, I guess, is the way to do it. So we'll get water there. There's also two sources of water right here. They're smaller, but they still exist. So they count. They matter, okay? Even if they're smaller, they matter. Right there. And then the final thing to do in this area, I guess, is to get a maintenance facility in here. Now, I realize, again, right, this is a flood zone, so we're going to lose all these things. We're going to have to tear all this stuff down later. So let's get up here so I can cover those water deposits. This will work. And then I guess we'll have this one come over here. Just enough to take and get that in range like that. Okay, good. And then the worker hubs go in like this to connect the dots right there. Okay. So like, again, there's a lot of stuff going in. It's like this constant, always something to do kind of thing. Which I love. I love that it's just this huge I'm the overlord of the project, right? There's all these moving pieces constantly bringing things. This is the micro side of it. But this game is a macro scale on Mars, and I love how the big picture is what matters. So many games, most games, we're always concerned about those tiny nuances, the little stuff, because the little stuff is all that matters when you're dealing with a single colony, right? When you're dealing with like the single purpose of a game, like the fact that these two things here don't have any maintenance centers, right? Like that kind of stuff matters in most games. It just doesn't matter here. This is a big picture game. And I love that it's a big picture game because it in a way it takes the stress off of it a little bit, you know, because you know that it doesn't necessarily matter. I don't think this is not in maintenance, so we'll get one here too. Yeah, and then again we have so many solar panels. If you look at the overlay for power, there's all these different power sources, and almost all of these are solar panels. And we're going to replace those solar panels with worker hubs. They're all going to get replaced with worker hubs as soon as we have the fusion plant, which is more than halfway done. This is a very big research project. 50,000 RPs for this. Very big. But once we get that, we just line the streets with worker hubs, and we'll have like 1,000 workers. I don't think this game is going to be complete until we have 1,000 workers. I'm also laying in additional hyperloops. The new colony over here, for example, we've got a hyperloop that's built now over here, and we're going to get that connected to the main grid here. In addition to this road, this will also help facilitate a lot of, moving pieces. We're going to have a lot more workers moving into this area as soon as that's connected. And then I want to say that there was another hyperloop going down. I forget where it was. This one's a very busy one right now. Like they're all moving through here. It's very nice. I think there was one that was going to go here, but now I'm considering bringing it out here, which is a different sector, so I can't. We're near the end of our sector on this side. We're like really reaching the peak of it. I don't even think I'm allowed to put this one, this Pathfinder right here, Pathfinder site. I don't think I'm allowed to do this. Yeah, it's outside the range. So none of this stuff, well, hang on. I was going to say none of this stuff matters, but like clearly there's water here. So it does. I guess we could do aluminum, but I think the research site's in our way for this, right? Or no? Yeah, research site's blocking it, which that's unfortunate. But on the other hand, I don't really need a whole lot of aluminum, It's mostly used for building buildings. And I'm going to be breaking a lot of down. So there's 18 aluminum right there. This one gets broken down. And you can see it is going to destroy the upgraded road for this extractor. Now, you might say, well, then don't break it down because it's not hurting you right now. But in actual fact, to upgrade the road without this here and to add a worker hub would be much more beneficial. Because the 6 steel that I'm using here is going to be used to upgrade the road anyway. And then I get a worker hub, which is more useful to me. So in actual fact, hitting this and scrapping this, while it is a temporary annoyance that the road gets reevaluated, putting a worker hub here instead is way more worth the resources. And then we can connect it like this if we want to. I'm going to have to wait for that to go away, but we could at least do this one, which costs almost the same amount of resources as what breaking that down will give me back. So there's certain situations, like if this wasn't a level 3, I guess it's a level 2, yeah. If this was like a level 1 extractor, it probably would be less advantageous, potentially, to do that. But I think in the future, if you just build your colonies to where your roads are upgraded along hubs, then you never have to worry about it. Plus, this is all floodable area anyway, so like we're gonna lose the roads anyway. It doesn't necessarily matter. And I think we're well beyond the water-rich area at this point. I was thinking that I missed the place of water, but that's just the icon for the area. Yeah. Halted. No, no, no. Do not be halted. Yes, always be taking water. Probably need additional hubs in this area. I'm not going to put them there, though, because I want them on land where we're not going to lose them. Put one there, and then we'll put one over here somewhere. That's fine. And then this is a upgrading extractor. Today, guys, let's maybe get this path upgraded. Yeah, all the way to here ought to do it. 15 steel, but that road will be worth it, I think. At least I hope. This is prioritized. Oh, it's off. Oh, when did it go off? Why is it off? I don't remember ever hitting off on any water extractor ever. I wonder why that happened. Maybe it was just like a slip, you know? Clicking something else and you accidentally click the power button on something. It can happen. I've seen it with my own eyes. I think we're good here. Like on maintenance coverage, let me take a quick look at the maintenance map. That's not the right hotkey. How about this one? It's always the one that takes the longest to load. It's maintenance. It's like we had decent coverage throughout there. Looks good here. That Hyperloop looks like it's just out of range. So annoying. How annoying. Wait, you're not hooked up to anything either. That means you can be removed and then repositioned instead of needing additional maintenance. We have another one we're going to put in here too. I don't think it matters because we're going to put maintenance. We're going to be heading this way anyway. So why don't I just kind of... I'll just put a maintenance facility here. Yeah, right here. And then we'll just get this whole area hooked up with hubs. Here, here, let's say here. Whole bunch of hubs everywhere. And then we'll have you build, connect to there. Also, I want you to connect to over here. Can you? No? How about there? Yes. And then what about... I don't think there's a different one. That's all right. This area is enough. And that'll get resources into here much faster. We also should look at putting down storage units. I think pretty much near any Hyperloop, we should put a storage. I think storage is a good thing to... There's two of them next to this one. That's a pretty busy one. And then since we're going to have Hyperloops over this way, I don't want to put storage in a flood zone because you have to empty that storage or lose it, right? So instead, we'll put the storage kind of in this in-between area, maybe like right here. And more longer term. Think longer term. The Hyperloop is down there, so we'll pop it here. And then we'll just have the road upgraded. Because never mind. I don't think it matters. Okay, you... Yeah, you're going to have a drinking game now. I know it. I know it's going to happen. You guys are going to have a drinking game. Every time he says, I don't think it matters, take a shot. New drinking game, folks. It's going to be good. Oh, you're going to have a great time. I'm telling you. Right there. All right. Hyperloops are getting done. I think we have pretty good maintenance aside from this one research outpost, I guess. Gosh. Just outside of range, aren't you? You little shit. Yep. Just outside of range. All right, we'll go right there. Fine, build that too. And then it's time to extract. It's Operation, we're going to call it Water Storm. Operation Water Storm will be go. And you can see that this Hyperloop is getting connected over here. And then, honestly, I'd love it if it was a circle. Like, bring it over here from here. That'd be awesome. Maybe put one right here. And then we just move stuff super fast. But at the end of the day, though, I mean, it's still fast to go from here to there, to there, to there, to there. I mean, it's not as fast, but we're going to have to remove everything that's in the flood zone anyway. So rather than committing resources to that, I think no. And then here we go. It's getting connected. And now all of this stuff can just become profit. I am become profit. Beautiful. Silicon too, probably. Yeah. We need more. I think storage is our biggest problem right now, actually, because a lot of these mines get emptied out because there's no place to put their supply. Oh. The one thing. My nemesis. The one thing I always forget. Let's get it hooked up. I mean, I don't forget it, right? I think a lot of people will say, you forgot to do this, you forgot to do that. I just haven't done it yet, you know? I'm going to find out. It's going to happen. You know, I'm just not done yet. It's like when I end an episode and I don't have something connected. It's like, it's going to get connected. But you just have to find a place to end. At some point, you got to say, okay, it's the end of the video. Whether you're completely done with things or not. Like right now. It's the end of the video, guys. This has been fun. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like the video if you like it. You can subscribe if you haven't already. Look at Curiosity. It's beautiful. We can almost put a research outpost on it. I'm excited. We're going to get this rover anyway. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.